Do we admit that our finely tuned campaign balance requires a win? Otherwise,
the way that we have set this up for the demo purposes, yes.
No pressure,
anything
guys,
less than a win will actually really ruin the rest of the show, Marco.
You
So it'd be
did
really great
say
if
you
could
were
win.
better than Andy.
No pressure,
and
absolutely.
Andy won last stream, so I do think, you know, you owe us a win here, Marco.
Well, I'm going to try my best. So,
as always, you are on a wheel. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah.
So, I think what we really did this time is actually investing and improving the wheel experience. And what we did is actually improving the handling and focusing on the force feedback code implementation to actually capture more details and create a whole new experience when you're driving with the wheel. And you can tell right now, I literally lost the back end, and the wheel told me immediately, and I could catch the car quite easily. By the way, I'm on simulation steering and traction control off, so just to make it a little bit tougher. And here we are. I can definitely feel everything that this car is doing. I feel connected with the road. I feel every single detail on the ground. And if I put a wheel on the off-road a little bit, oh, there you go. It feels immediately diverse. And that diversity is different across all cars, across all tires. And that's really important. Actually, really, really expand the experience and the engaging when you're driving with the steering wheel. And now, let's get back to the race, guys, because I'm still sixth, and apparently I've been told I got to win this race, so got to put some effort in it. Oh, here we go, another thing, the braking. The braking have massively improved. So we're now basically calculating the brake force based on how big the discs are, how many pots there are on the brake disc system, if it's a disc, if a ceramic disc, is a cast iron, is a drum disc. And we also improve a lot the way the ABS system works all up. So modern ABS now, rather than completely cut off the brake when a lockup is detected, actually mitigate and like ease off the brake so you can still preserve some brake pressure and reduce the brakes distance. But these guys are really giving me a challenge. And
they're giving you a
I
go,
really
aren't
need
they?
to close the gap. So now I need to focus, guys, because the Skyline ahead of me is definitely using some turbos. And I'm on an old-fashioned.
Quiz him, Charlie.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? I'm going to go off a little bit here. I think there are a couple of people in chat who are asking, you know, you personally, Marco, if you have a preference of just playing on this camera, because I think some of them would be keen for you to change it. Obviously, I want you to thrive the best way you thrive, but do you have a preference for this camera over the wheel over others?
I do, actually. I do prefer to drive from this camera. I think you have a better indication of what the car is doing. But, you know, I follow many YouTubers. I'm sure they're following us right now. Bye. And yeah, I really actually, I'm impressed how, guys, you drive from follow cam. And yeah, touche. I much prefer driving from this camera, to be honest. These or the hood camera is actually another good option for driving with the wheel. You feel more connected with the car is doing.
Perfect. So you mentioned that you've improved the brake system. I have to ask, as someone who is sort of, I mean, when I play Forza, I'm very much on the off-road style of the racing and hooning around. So what improvements have you made to off-road handling?
Well, that actually is a very, very big topic. I think higher level, we improved both the suspension and the tires. For the suspension, we actually went to town and improved a lot about the preload spring force, but not only the progressiveness of the damper and the progressiveness of the bumps.
Nicely.
Oh, here we go. Oh, God.
Away we go.
Away we go, yes.
Now we're all going to have to pay close attention now, and there's...
Yeah, I'm listening.
I think for the most part, we're probably going to shut up for this and let the game do the talking.
I know just the spot to expand the festival, but the path takes us through the deepest part of the jungle. Do you trust me?
Of course. Wait, why would I not?
Then follow the road. I will guide you from the air. And pray the weather holds. Is it just me, or does that sky
I
look
love the chat.
glorious?
That storm over there looks so mean.
You've had a question whether we should be driving towards that.
Welcome to Teotihuacan. We are slightly too late for this festival, I'm afraid. The name means place of the roads of the gods.
Very neat.
ramming into the storm?
A bit of rain is nothing to fear, my friend. The Maya know that too well. It is said that Jack strikes lightning at the clouds and rain will fall.
And you're doing okay up there?
Don't worry, I am still in complete control. Actually, I am not in complete control.
Oh, no.
You know what? Let's not fly directly into that storm. Horizon Bravo Niner, anchoring down in the jungle.
One of those things where it's clearly not a race, but yeah, you still have to race.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I saw that, Marco.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Ramiro, are you okay?
Never better. Any landing you walk away from is a good one. I'm down next to some kind of flooded temple. I'll send them a flare. No one's been here in a while. Look, even the excavations are abandoned. An expedition to a lost city. Rediscovered by you, Ramiro Luis Miron, and the Horizon Festival.
Hey, Rami, I think I'm gonna take a look around. Find somewhere to put the beacon.
Do not let me interrupt your Mesoamerican history lesson, my friend. You can come and get me when you're ready.
So this bit drops the pace a little now. So that first bit was obviously quite high octane. We were chasing Rami in his plane. We were heading out towards the jungles, but we found this ancient ruins site now, and we're heading out to have a little bit of a little moment to explore, to soak it in, to see what secrets we can find.
This has been here for
Stunning.
thousands of years.
Any eagle-eyed viewers will know that this is one of the ruins we went through in one of the very early episodes of these live streams as well.
I think I found just the place for that Horizon Pulse radio beacon.
Yeah, so I really like the change of pace in this. It's one of my favourite things about expeditions. These exploration zones, I think they're just really nice to really soak in the atmosphere.
Beacon is up and transmitting. Work.
Yeah,
Now
so we've
at
got
least
that
someone
list of
knows
challenges
where
on
we
the side
are.
of the screen there. They are optional. You don't have to do them if you just want to blast through and get back to the drive. But it's definitely more fun if you do it.
Absolutely.
So I've found the photo point, guys. If you want to come over and we'll all pose.
I found the golden statue.
Oh, I want to join in.
I mean, this is actually 6-player co-op, Charlie. So if you were in the
Maybe next
building, yeah, we
time.
could have done it. We
Maybe
could have
next
handed
time
you a
we'll
pad.
fashion away, because I've not played yet and I'm absolutely desperate.
I'll take a photo.
You want me to go through photo mode to take it?
Yeah.
We lined up nicely? Oh, no, Marco's
Marco's
Do it.
he's
struggling.
doing his own
Guys,
thing.
it's not that easy.
All right. Here we go.
There you go.
Let's get this lined up nicely. One to remember the
Oh,
stream.
look at that. That's a great shot.
We should clarify that you should definitely not read anything into that number on screen right now. That is very much from a dev build and not a thing that you should read too much into.
Lovely.
Right, let's have an explore around. We need to get to the top of the central ruin.
This music's stunning, by the way. The atmosphere that it's building is so nice.
Wow, Rami, I think I found one of the statues.
Don't touch it. It's very
I
powerful.
think we found another. My buddies, however, are elsewhere, so
Are you not? I thought you wanted to get to the top of the central ruin. That's what you said. So
I
I'm here,
did,
I'm
I
waiting
did,
for
I
you.
did, and then shiny things, Mike. Shiny things in the corner of my eye. You can't not go for shiny
Line up
things.
for a jog.
You told me to take a picture.
Top of the ruin.
Here we go. You're not just waiting for me to land on the top. Oh, that was
There you go.
Oh,
From
very
Total.
nice.
over the pair of you.
Barn out there. We'll check it out later. There's the plane and our exit.
Very good. Nicely done, everyone.
You pick up the feed, guys, isn't it? The Rami had to take an emergency landing. We had to then go. We kept him waiting a little bit while we explored the temples, but yeah, we went and picked him up, and we carry on. I'm sure they'll be fine. That's nothing to worry about.
It's nothing for these cars, is it?
So we accidentally fell through that hole. We've landed in this little like cave, this little cenote.
Yeah. It's gorgeous in here, full of atmosphere. I'm just going to have a little look around before. I should probably catch you two up there now.
Yeah, because this not a race is absolutely a race. I'm gonna lose.
And we should know I have driving line off, and I am not the player to have driving line off. This is a recipe for disaster.
You should just follow us. You should just stop being so slow. And
If you can see each other, this storm is intimidating.
It's great, isn't it? All the foliage
So
blowing
good.
across the screen. I think we saw some lightning strikes.
Oh my goodness me.
Couldn't like it more. Let's do this.
Hold on! Can I see those photos?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I want to see. I really want to see them. Oh, hey!
Ah!
That one was very close. Go faster, please.
you okay, Charlie?
That lightning is going to make me jump every time I see it. In real life, I'm not a big fan of lightning, but that is so visceral and just right in front of you. It's so cool.
The clouds are breaking. Keep pushing. We're through the worst of it now. Tsuzumi's just around the corner. Welcome to beautiful.
There it is. You get that
We made it.
beautiful view of Tulum.
Thanks to the weather.
Oh, wow.
You're right. And now
relax.
these beaches look beautiful.
And there we go.
We have arrived.
You know, I think this will be the perfect spot.
I think you're right, my friend.
Easy to forget the reason
I
we did that
also
was
agree.
to open a new festival site.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of cool new accolades as well. That'll help us on the way to the next section. Ooh, and a new car.
Oh.
Here we go.
You made it! No thanks to Ramiro, no?
So,
Whilst also trying to win this race.
you're asking
Simple
me a
job,
lot
I'm
today.
sure.
and-
I know. Really grilling you, aren't I? It's
Speaking
great.
of brakes, anyway, no, the way the brake system has improved is actually now we looking at the brake system itself. As I said before, we have now like a more data-driven calculation for the brake system as a separate entity. It's like its own entity rather than calculating the grip as a result of the grip of the car. If you see what I mean. So, as a consequence of that, and I think our fan will actually love it. Now, when you go and upgrade your weak brake car, you see a much bigger jump with the upgrades, which is cool. You can really transform, a bit meh car in terms of braking to a phenomenal racing car performance braking now. And that's all thanks about the new brake system. The feeling of braking is more intuitive to drive. You can judge better the brake distance. You can ease off the brake and actually use the trail braking to let the car rotate a little bit more in towards the corner. And it's just better overall. And it feels nice, it's more fun, it's more authentic. So, yeah. Absolutely
And you're
loving
making it look very good as well.
Now I'm trying to win
must
as well.
say.
So
I mean, Michael, Ben, can we get a little bit of context on what this race is that we're doing here, where it is on the map? Also, if anyone else has just joined us.
Yeah, so this is the Playa Azul circuit. It's just a little bit north of the festival that we just opened out on the east coast. It just cuts through the little village of Playa Azul. There's this real tropical paradise out on the east coast of the map. It's an absolutely beautiful place. And how much does this just look like that? A perfect holiday resort. And it's got a really great set of corners as well. I think it's one of my favorite circuits. And I've thrown Marco into it as I was messing with the pad while I was getting him ready for this. So yeah, I put him in the Super as well, which you might not have been expecting. But
wasn't expecting that, yeah. Supra is actually great fun to drive. It's more tail happy
Oh, yeah.
a little bit. Most of traction control off, so everything makes a little bit more engaging.
And then I can add to that. Kind of Mike spoke about where this is geographically, how beautiful it is, and how fun it is to drive. Completely agree with all that. And in terms of gameplay, this we're enjoying the fruits of the fact that we did the Expedition and opened the new festival outpost, and it was road racing. And this is a new road racing event that we've got, complete with tons of new accolades to earn to start kind of unlocking more chapters.
I think that's the thing I'm the most excited about. I mean, as someone who is very much trying to get to the finish line of Forza Horizon 4 at the moment, which, by the way, guys, happy to report I only have 8 achievements left in the whole game, and the drift ones are nearly done. I'm getting there. The idea of actually having a whole new map, but also with the addition of these accolades, it feels like I'm going to get this game delivered to me on November 9th, or earlier if you get the premium add-on bundle. And there's just so much for me to dive in and sort of access, but I can take it at my own pace and do what I want on any given day. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's a really good summary of it. If Mike doesn't mind me using a term he uses with me quite a bit when we're talking about the game kind of behind the scenes, snackable is the term he uses, and that is really a very good way to describe the kind of campaign. It's really snackable. You can drop in, you can do a tiny piece of gameplay, which is like we're kind of showing here, one race, get a couple of accolades from that, maybe more if you've done some bonus ones while you've been driving, or you can kind of...
Filthy, Marco. Filthy.
That was
Got to do it.
dirty.